Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. This is the player card. Here are a player's motivations. This is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that can be
Oh my lord. I've been talking to myself this entire time. Well, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate in that manner. But anyway. Um who should we trade then? I guess like Carlo Landry Jr. the third. Alright, here we go. 2, a second this year, and a first next year for exchange for Harlow Landry and also Taylor Lewan, so we don't have to deal with that stupid, annoying contract. And then the last players that I would like to trade are Zach Achunga and I guess also Derrick Henry, but I don't really know what I'm going to get out of him yet. But, and I guess we could, and then Lane Davis. That's really it. I also really hope we could try to get a first round pick out of these two talents, but I mean, I don't really see that happening, but we'll try our best, I guess. Even if it's just a KC next year, I wouldn't even mind. It's just like a first round pick. It's really all I'm asking for, and it is accepted. Alrighty. So this is kind of just going to be the year is if Malik Willis is indeed the answer at quarterback. We are switching our scheme into a 4-3 because it is just better in simulation. Matter of fact, though, where is my headset? There it is. Jesus Lord. I am so sorry, guys, that you didn't get the chance to hear me. I was just trading all these players because of the rebuild and a short that got me 30 subs and yada yada yada. But one more thing I am gonna clarify is people are gonna be asking me now about why are you not at school? Aren't you supposed to be at school? We are apparently at a we're gonna get like a snowstorm. It is very weird that we are getting a snowstorm when we're past the 15th of 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 what was it again? I can't really remember what I was about to say. Oh yeah. We were in the we're just like about to get a huge snowstorm and yada yada yada. Now people are like, wait, well, let me just explain to you what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to get my scouts on, like correct scouts and what I want for scouts and yada yada yada. Hire scouts because I want to change some of these scouts probably. So wide receiver, okay, I'll take it. I'll take that. Offensive and interior, I'm fine with that as well. But firing that one, that's for sure. I also am probably going to fire that one as well. But I might keep Colin Park just in case. So now all we need now is a QB one. Like to see a QB scout. This is wide receiver and QB, which is what I don't want at the moment. I just want a QB scout. QB and tight end isn't bad, I guess. So I guess I might go with that. Even if we are kind of wasting the position, I don't really care. But now I think it's going to be outside linebacker. We definitely need to get an outside linebacker one for certain. But we already got tight end, so I'm not very interested. No. Line. Do we have an online scout or not? Yeah, we do. Alright, outside linebacker one. Finally, that took forever. So D had an outside linebacker. Linebacker and safety wouldn't actually be that bad. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Alright. Frick the interior position. That's all I gotta say. That's all I have to say. But, our experience should be pretty high. Since, you know, we have hired, well, we didn't hire so many of them. Set season goal. Season goal is to try to get the #1 overall pick. Yes, please. I want our goal to be less than 4 wins. Yes. Because we're in a rebuild. But again, we are running like the most overpowered playbook, so I'm not going to be that surprised if this team surprisingly plays well, but I mean, hey, that's just me. I'm also very excited for this new mock draft video from TPS. It's supposed to come out. It's very interesting. I really am curious to see what Tennessee does do with their pick, because they could go with a number of directions with this pick. They could go get a QB. They could go get address the offensive line. They could go get a wide receiver, which I honestly won't be too surprised they actually do with the pick. They also could do corner, edge rusher, just really any of those picks, really. Like, they could, again, like I said, go number and directions of what they could do with the pick. Obviously, I think one thing they are not doing is trading up, because they kind of need all that draft capital. So, yeah. But I really won't be too surprised if they do use an O-line pick. Because, like, they are a run-heavy offense, which, again, in the NFL, it's not really that good. So, yeah, it's very interesting, to say the least. See what they are going to do. Honestly, I thought for a second we were the Texans are going to be like, whoa, okay. But we are currently 0-6. So we're tied, or at least have the worst record in football. Dang. We have scouting focus on wide receiver and corner. And those are the top positions in the draft. I'm not complaining. It's a little unfortunate, though, that the third biggest, like, in terms of talent, is going to be nose tackle, which, again, is unfortunate in that matter. We do have Derrick Henry on the roster. Again, I still don't know what I want to do with him at the moment. But second worst in offense, with the 11th defense, where defense is actually playing surprisingly well. Obviously, Malik Willis sucks, which is kind of the main reason why he is not the answer at QB. But it's also kind of just because of the supporting cast. Our supporting cast sucks. Like, Traylon Burks is our best receiver. It's not that good. And also the O-line is also very abysmal. I'd like to help with his development, Nicholas Pre-Freet, because I think he might be my starting right tackle if we just play our cards right with him. I mean, in terms of sacks, I don't really get why this team is number 11, but in interceptions, kinda. I might actually be right back next in this simulation, which is just me getting some Zyzal, because if you guys don't know, I am currently kind of just dealing with a cold at the moment, which is very annoying. It's like, it's so annoying. I think I've gotten like 5 colds. Like,
in the last 3 months. It's ridiculous. So now we obviously got a lot of cap space just because of the factor that we have gotten rid of all these nasty contracts. I actually forgot about upgrading David Long. David Long, I think, is a little bit better than 77, but I honestly kind of am curious to see what his PFF grade is. I've been really looking at PFF grades for a while now, so yes. I just am curious because I think he is higher than that, right? Yeah, he's like a 76.2, which is pretty much like a 86-ish overall. But I will pay him. Obviously, I think he's a very good talent, and he is back. He also had interest with the team, which that's very, very important. But Tyron Tart, I haven't really seen this guy that much, but he has 0 interest. Head coaching historic record, which is a new one, so that's not surprising to me. Historical champions, you have to win a ring even, and a mentor at the position. You only have. So he's saying that he wants a mentor at the position. That's interesting. But I'm gonna just let him walk because I don't really have any interest in him. What does he want? Oh, wait, what? He's not a fit. So you're saying you're not a fit in 3-4 under, but you're also not a fit in 4-3. That's interesting. Highest offer. That's really what he wants. I'll give you this much money. Actually, you know what? If he wants to go somewhere else, he can, because I'm not gonna pay that man that much money. Sean Han, for some reason, wants to come back. I don't know why, but he just wants to. Super Bowl chase? We are not Super Bowl chasing. Jesus Lord. He fits the scheme for some reason. He really shouldn't. And a warm weather state. That is a good point. Tennessee is a pretty warm state. So, hey, I'm not complaining. But, anyway, I'll be right back. And I'll see you guys at the off season. Alright. So we went 3-14, which I think that is very close for the number 1 overall pick. But, Chiefs and Niners in the Super Bowl, this was actually really close to happening. Honestly, I wouldn't be too surprised if that didn't even happen. If, and that's a big if Brock Purdy or Trey Lance or whoever was at QB wasn't really injured. So, Trent McDuffie, funny enough, won defensive MVP. No, Super Bowl MVP. Whoops. Patrick Mahomes won MVP. Doug Peterson wins Coach of the Year. Honestly, like, it was really between Doug Peterson and Brian Dable, really, to be winning Coach MVP. Which, honestly, I am leaning towards Dable, but if it's not Dable, I'm going with Peterson. Keenan Allen wins Offensive MVP, which is funny enough, because he's actually probably not going to be in LA next year. TJ Watt is Defensive MVP. Isaiah Pacheco wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. And Aiden Hutchinson wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, it's interesting. So, we're also going to probably, like, what I'm going to do is just fire both of these people and see who's available. Mike Grable, like, I think is the best probably option as a defensive head coach. Frank Reich will be my OC. Welcome to the team. Funny enough that he was in the AFC South, so he does have some connection with the team technically. And Mike Grable will be my defensive head coach. Obviously, your boy's defensive minded every day. I probably can tackle this time around. Let's change it up a little bit. I'm terribly sorry if you guys are hearing me breathing. It's like, again, this cold is just terrible. I'll do corner, I guess. Honestly, I thought I was kind of scared with my dad coming in. I'm like, oh god. Let me look back at the radar real quick. See how actually, coming to think of it, we're probably not gonna get hit by a lot. Yeah, we're gonna get hit by a lot of snow. Thanks to this Martian right here, but it's not a lot technically. Well, if we're looking in the radar standpoint, but I mean, honestly, to me, I say we're getting a solid 7 inches of snow. So that's still a lot of snow for one day, especially. So, yeah. Oh, did I forget that? Okay, I did. Okay. But we're gonna just upgrade with Mike Grable. Yeah. I'm still upset though to the Super Bowl and yada yada yada. That's what I expected. Alright, let's see what we get for free agents. Nothing really interesting to me. I mean, I like Jamel Dean, which for some reason he has interest with the team. But besides, like, with the coach thing, like, he actually has decent interest with the team. But, I mean, like, I'll give him, like, a 4-year deal worth, like, 7.3. And you know what? 8.1 signing bonus. That's what I'll give him. But that's it. I'm not really giving him a lot of money. But let's see if he goes to Baltimore. Honestly, that's not really a big surprise, but I hadn't had anyone interested in free agency, really. I'm really, though, interested to see how this draft is going to be, because, like, we got wide receiver and corner, which are the biggest positions in the draft. So I'm really excited. Like, I'm really excited to see how this draft is gonna go. Obviously, I don't know if we have the number 1 or number 2, but we're at least having a top 3 pick in the draft. At least. But with Frank Wright being fired, I'm assuming that they must have gotten, like, a high draft pick. And, yeah, we have 2 picks in the top 5. That's pretty big. Even top 3. So, we got the receiver at Ohio State, which he's actually really good, just kind of his speed is a little bit of an issue. But I am very tempted to take him. There's another receiver that's expected to go in the top 5? Dang. In terms of, like, route running and catching wise, I think he's better, and speed. But I think in terms of I think he's better. But let's go see the QBs here, because that's kind of what we're here for. This guy is a living monster. Yeah, it's safe to say no matter what, we're getting a franchise QB. Yeah. He's good, like, he's really good as a QB, but, like, not about to be passing over the fact of getting Randy Goldman, who's a little bit better in everything. So, welcome to the team, and not surprising, he has hidden dev. Again, it's not surprising. Let's see what we got. We got the Bears at number 2, and they go get Derek Poses. I really wish that you went with one of the receivers. This is going to be difficult. Obviously, we're not going QB here. Okay, that's pretty obvious. But Dalton Hendrickson is still available. He is more of a nose tackle, 3-4 type of guy, but he is very good, though. Dang, this is tough. I think I'm going to go with... No matter what, though, we are getting a superstar talent. That's for sure. But I think I am going to lean towards Bet Jenkins a little bit more. He did have a lot of better things than I think the other receiver did, but... I mean, who knows if I regret the decision or not, but... Like, no matter what, though, again, like I said this before, we were going to get a good talent at the receiving position. Now, I think with this pick, it's got to be on O-line, because if not, this O-line is abysmal. So that's why I'm probably going to go with Devin Banks. It's like, he's the best center, and then afterwards, it's literally just day 3 players. That's why I'm going with him, and he's also very good as well, so makes sense. I'm also going to make some trades with Christian Fuller and Caleb Farley. I just don't want them on my roster, especially when they're going to ruin my chance to actually getting my chance. And apparently David Long Jr. has start dev now. I don't know how he got it, but he just has it. Honestly, I might even target just getting a late first round pick. It's what I might want to end up doing. Alright, Ravens. You need more depth at corner. Here you go. Okay. Seattle's interested in both players, which is why I kind of want to go with him here. With the 36th pick. And there we go. But, again, it was just kind of just because I wanted Roger McCurry to get some depth upgrade. But we are going to wait with the upgrades of David Long Jr. because he should probably be a little higher than a 78. But I kind of want to get this pick over with. So, yeah. Alright. Jay Wink Tinker. The South Carolina. A lot of nose tackles are going off the board. That's what I am seeing. So, let's check corner, since corner is such a big position to draft. I hate that this guy is just, he's really good, it's just like his D and man coverage is such a big concern. And then you got Matthew Gore out of Stanford. He's the other corner that's expected to go in the first round, but he didn't. But, like, again, he's like the exact same thing in terms of coverage. He's B man coverage, zone coverage, and D. In overall standpoint, I think he's better, but I don't really know, honestly. Now, he, on the other hand, has guaranteed to, well, not guaranteed, but he can have something higher, but that's also exchange of maybe having C and zone coverage. So I'm not very interested. And the last corner that's expected to maybe get into the second round is this guy who is the same thing. He has D and man coverage, but the difference is B to D in zone coverage. Which is why I am just going to go with Matthew Gore here out of Stanford. I'm honestly really hoping that this guy is our potential Chichi block at the CB position. So left guard and right guard are both off the board. But I think this pick might have to be the left tackle position. Or it might be these two tight ends. I saw. It was like, okay, he might be very slow, but this guy, if he's available with my next pick, which is not that far, by the way, I think I might take him. Now, he is a little faster, but in generally, I think he's better than the other guy, but he has effing injury, which that's very concerning. Which is why I'm not going with any of those players. He is a very good offensive lineman. The only problem, I think, is, you know, I'm going to go with him. I don't care his finesse and run block isn't that good. Because I would prefer to have more power in terms of blocking on the run than finesse. Because I feel like just run in general is just way better. We also need to go with safety as well. Like, again, we have holes all over the roster, which is kind of just the reason why I had to sign David Long Jr. back. Because then we don't have to worry about anything and yada 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 about at least one of the linebacker positions. Because I don't really know what I want to do with him. Because I would like to move him to outside linebacker or inside linebacker or something like that. He's an 85 overall. I think that's pretty fair. 77 overall. Which that's interesting. But simulate to our pick and see if a tight end is still somehow available. And he is still available. I'm taking him. It's hard to say no to that talent. Yeah, sure, his speed is very low, but, like, can I really pass over that talent? No. No, I can't. They just go with a running back. It is kind of tempting to take a running back just because Derrick Henry is going to be a training piece, I think, this year. Najee Barkley. You know what he reminds me kind of? Just a guy like a Najee Harris and a Saquon Barkley just combined. I don't know why. But he's actually a pretty good player. It's just like he doesn't have good beat vision, which is kind of going to be the reason why he sucks as a power runner. And then you got his effing juke. And him being 24 years old. So, I'm not interested. But I'd like to probably go with free safety. Free safety. Dang, I probably should have went with a safety early on. He's alright. I'll take him if it's necessary. Now this guy is kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah, sure, he has D and man coverage, so like blitzing and having him on a guy is very concerning, but it's not the end of the world. I am probably going to go with him because just none of these players are having any interesting things or interesting qualities to me. So, welcome to the team. And a Kent State, yeah, sure. He doesn't have hidden dev or anything, but it doesn't really mean that he's a bad player. I feel like I might want to move. I kind of want to take a linebacker and then just move David Long to outside rather than inside. Holy cow, this guy sucks. He's alright on power rusher wise, but it's kind of it. This guy is significantly better, but he's not a guy I'm taking in round 3. Power rusher, run stopper. guy is somehow available with A to C of power moves and finesse moves, I'm taking him. That's probably like he's probably gonna have like A in power moves, and then maybe like B or C in finesse moves. But honestly, like, who cares? That's still very good. So we're gonna be simulating to the end of the draft and see what happens, I guess. Obviously, I'm very concerned with how the secondary is gonna play since we only drafted like 2 players. So it's a bit concerning. So we have simulated through the draft. We are 1 overall higher, just because of the 2 overalls higher in offense. We have a potential generational quarterback in our hands. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted. And we gotten these. So we have the 2 top players in this draft. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take that. So if we got 2 top players in this draft, you already know. I'm not complaining. We also found a nice solid center, found a solid corner, solid tackle. Probably not starting tight end. I am a little disappointed because I really, really did thought this guy was going to be very good. But it was probably really just because of the factor of him just not having a lot of speed. The safety isn't that good. I was kind of impressed. How is this guy a 61 overall? Hello. How? Explain to me how this guy's a 61 overall. Explain me. This guy had A to C power and finesse moves. His finesse moves should definitely be higher. His power moves should be higher. That's stupid. That is stupid. No, I'm upgrading this guy. This guy looked very good, by the way. And he's a 61. Please. Stop the cap. 69. I'll give him a 70 overall. That's because I'm not gonna cheat and make this guy generational talent. I'm not doing that. Even if I'm very tempted. LaMarcus Macklin also looks like a solid new piece at running back. If I'm going to trade Derrick Henry. Ron Lumens is an okay starter at left guard, and then we got a nice solid little edge rusher in Cade Kalick out of Kentucky in round 5. What do I want though to do? I'm gonna put him on the trade block. I kind of am just at this point curious to see what we could potentially get out of Derrick Henry. So, yeah. So, this player right here is what I'm talking about. Obviously, I don't see him being generational talent, unless this guy does have Superstar X Factor. Then I could, but 6 foot. This guy's 6'5" and he has 92 speed. That's actually very broken. He only has Superstar depth. Yep, he's not going to be. I don't think he's generational, but he really can. Oh yeah, it's just him. Okay. I'm about to say, like, since we only had a hidden depth player like that, it was just because of the center. Obviously, like, we are very low in terms of position-wise and yada yada yada, but it's okay. And I'm the outside linebacker, or is he just there? Oh, he was just there. Okay, I'll just move him then. I'm moving. I kind of just want to do that because I just felt like it, but at least we're getting on the right foot here. And well, in terms of offensively, we are. Defensively, again, we were barely drafting anybody because I was kind of just paying attention. Because obviously, I really, really wanted to get, the beast wide receiver, the quarterback, and all that stuff. Obviously, I'm expecting. Wow, we are not getting anything in terms of trades for Derrick Henry in the week 1 of the preseason. Alright, so now we got some value. Or we got some people. Derek Stingley Jr., Jonathan Allen, and 2 first-round picks. That's actually a lot. So I might actually consider taking that. I think I might have to take that. Jonathan Allen, like, imagine Allen and Jefferson Simmons on the same defensive line and 2 first-round picks. That's just broken. That's broken. And now we have 2 first-round picks next year. That is insane, though. That is freaking crazy. We actually did just lose to the Commanders, but honestly, who cares? We just won, like, one of the most stupidest trades I have ever seen. Obviously, Jonathan Allen is kind of going to get to the age where he starts to progress, but hey, I don't care. We'll keep him for like a couple years, then trade him for potential draft picks. That is just, I out of words to say how that trade just, like, we literally just had, yeah, I can't even speak because that trade was just so one-sided. Like, obviously, I understand. Commanders, they get Derrick Henry, then they have Antonio Gibson, Scary Terry, and, I mean, pretty much our run-heavy offense in general, but that doesn't really matter. And with now Jonathan Allen on the team, this might be a very interesting season. Obviously, I'm also really expecting us now to probably have like a 6-11, 7-10 record. That's kind of where my expectations are at. They're not like 3-14 or 12-15. This season, it's 6-11 or 7-10. If it's anything lower than that, I'm a little disappointed. Well, actually, besides 5-12, I think that could be also another one that could potentially happen just because of lack of actual depth on a lot of positions on the team. So, yeah. Well, obviously, I think this season is going to end up being a lot better than it was last season. That's all I have to say. Alright. So we are 3-4. That's actually a lot better than I expected for a midseason mark. Honestly, though, I was expecting us to win. We are 26 on offense and 20th on defense. That is a little worse than it was last season in terms of defense, but in offense, it's a lot better. So I'm not complaining. He's been playing alright, I guess, but it's not his fault since we don't really have a lot of weapons or even a running back in general to help him. Brett Jacobs, he's pretty much been the main target by, like, 4 receptions, but in terms of yards, like 58. Our O-line is very abysmal. I'm actually really disappointed with Cameron Honeycutt of how he's been playing. But I understand he's a second round pick, but I was expecting a lot better from him and not worse. 4 sacks for Jeffrey Simmons. 2.5 for Jonathan Allen. That's actually a little upsetting. 2 interceptions for Roger McCurry and Ronnie Harrison Jr. Alright. Let's see who we have to sign. We have $178 million in the departure. And really the only player I think is the main idea to signing is Jeffrey Simmons. But he has a ton of interest with the team outside of me being the head coach. Obviously, I must have declined it. Okay, I'll accept. I'll put that a little higher. Wow. So, we are pretty much locking this guy on our team for not, like, pretty much for 10,000 pennies. Actually, what's 10,000 pennies? You know what? Now I have to look it up, because now I'm very curious to see what does 10,000, so 1,000, what, equals like 100? Oh yeah, so, no, then it would be $100. That's not what I meant. But, pretty much we're not, what I'm trying to say is we're paying this guy not a lot of money to be on our team. That's very ridiculous. And we still have over $170 billion. Both of our top 3 picks are superstar devs, so that's actually really, really good for development on the team. But my number one concern with those 2 players is when will they get to superstar X Factor? And I mean this especially with my with my franchise QB, because honestly I really want him to be superstar X Factor. If he's not, like, obviously I'm not gonna say I'm gonna just put him in a dumpster. Hell to the no, by the way, in that regard, but I just will be a little disappointed because honestly I thought you would be generational talent, but who knows? Honorary alignment or matchup nightmare? I'll just be matchup nightmare for now because I just don't really we need a new running back in general. That's just true. But God, we need to fix this unit. But I'll see you guys in the playoffs because we do have maybe a good chance to make it into the playoffs. So. Alright, we're back, and we went 6-12 and missed the playoffs. Obviously, again, this wasn't a season that I was expecting us to make it to the playoffs, but at least we were expected to be where we at. Worst offense in the league. That needs to change. And 23rd defense. That also needs to change. But again, it's kind of just because we didn't really have a lot of talent on our team. So, it's kind of because of that. Our quarterback played really good. I just think we need to load down those interception totals. Our running game was very abysmal. And Brett Jacobs might be runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Literally. There's any other new abilities that I might want to go with? I was going to run off elite, I guess. Over 1,000 yards for Traylon Burks. Now that's interesting. But, Cameron Honeycutt. You see that, final 4 words of your name? That's what you are. You're cut. Okay, that was a pretty lame joke, but you kind of get what I mean here. But, man, we kind of need to fix pass rush. No offense to Jonathan Allen or Jeffrey Simmons. It's just like, we need an actual edge rusher who can actually wreak havoc on the edge. Roger McCreary and Roddy Harrison Jr. had 2 interceptions. Then David Long, Kerry Hudson, Michael Gore, our rookie, Monty Rice, and Greg Stone all had 1 interception. But, and I guess we got just to simulate to the off season, but obviously I want to give our upgrades to all the players before we do anything else. I also won't be too surprised if our offensive, like our QB, does get Superstar X Factor with a Offensive Rookie of the Year. So, who knows? Who knows? Alright. So, Dallas wins Super Bowl. Dang it, man. We didn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I mean, we don't really have anybody to sign, so we might just simulate it to the free agency. But, let's see what we could do with our scouting points. Or not our scouting points, our staff points. I mean, really, the system has, like, really changed a lot of things, though. I will admit. Alright. Hopefully, like, obviously I think Nick Bosa is going to be a free agent, but I'm obviously really am hoping that he will have a lot of interest with us, because that's the biggest part, is if he has interest with us. Which I honestly won't be too surprised he ends up wanting to be on our team, because we already have 2 generational nose tackles. He has 0 interest. And all the top free agents have 0 interest. Curtis Samuel has interest. How many teams? 1 team. That's interesting. Obviously, I'm still going to try my very best to get Nick Bosa on this team. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We got Nick Bosa on the roster. Aw, dang it, Bobby Wagner's. Well, he's gone. Sean Murphy Buntling is just not bad, I guess. And he does have a lot of interest with us, though. Well, it's because we have a franchise QB. He would be number 1 on our depth team, and use us to fit the scheme. So, I'll give like a 4-year deal, $3.1 million. I'll even up his signing bonus a little bit. But, that's it. I'm not giving you a lot of money. But, I think we're gonna get him. Yeah, we probably got him, didn't we? Marquise Peters is now available. I thought he was gone, but whatever. Let's see who's like the top free agents. I think I can't pat myself for getting Jonathan Taylor. I'm sorry. I know he hates me pretty much. He is kinda close to home, I guess, but I don't really know. But I'll give you a little bit more in a signing bonus, but we're not going to give you a lot of salary because, again, I know, like, it's probably not real in Madden terms, but oh, he still doesn't want to be on the team. Huh? You want a lot of money? You want a lot of money? Want a lot of money? I know this is a lot, but, like, still, I want Jonathan Taylor. And plus, we have a rookie steal contracts for Pete's sakes. Yep. Safe to say, we're pretty much going to win this. Boom. And I think we got in Jonathan Taylor. Oh, wait. No, we didn't. Come on. We already know. We don't have enough. We didn't get our things, but whatever. Nick Bosa, though, and Sean, like, even if we don't get Jonathan Taylor, it's been a very win-win offseason for us. We already gotten a solid corner. I mean, yeah, sure, he might not be our starting caliber corner, but he has something to build around. And we also got a generational pass rusher to help out Jeffrey Simmons and Jonathan Allen. That is huge. And I think we might get Jonathan Taylor. I know I'm paying him a lot of money just to be on the team, but hey, we kind of needed this. Like, we really need this. So, this can really be a potential steal if he could just play really good. And also, we need to fix this offensive line. I'm sorry, but we really need to fix this. We got a good center, okay? We got a solid center. Now we got to fix the right guard, and left tackle. So I kind of like Nick Princi and what he's been doing to the team. And we also need to get an outside linebacker. Or inside. Or left side. I don't care. Like, we need to fix this defense. Like, there are a lot of holes all over the roster. And we need to fix them now. Obviously, I don't think left end is a big need. But honestly, I kind of am curious to see if Darrell Taylor is still available. Because I kind of might want to target him. If he's somehow available. Let's see availableness. Mike Evans is still available. He has 0 teams targeting him. He can't be a mentor. That's a little tough to pass over. That's a little tough. It's a little tough to pass over, man. And Antonio Gibson's available. Adrian Amos. Ryan Neal's available. I know. I'm very tempted to get him because he's like pretty much the best safety in the league, as a lot of people once again don't know. But it's tempting. Like, we need a safety. So who's available for corner? I am very tempted to take James Bradbury too. Sakachunga is available. Malik Walker's available. I think I might take him as well, just, you know. And Darrell Taylor is available. But I also am double checking just in case if there's any other pass rushers that just, they don't have to be good. Like, again, they don't have to be good. They could just pretty much be like an okay player, and we're totally fine with that. So Darrell Taylor, I'm giving you that. I'm pretty sure he's not even getting a lot of offers in general. Yeah, no one's even giving him a contract, which is actually a little surprising to me. 5-year deal. I'll give you like this much. So pretty much we're getting a very good linebacker for not even a lot of money. Wait, what? Hello? I'm right here giving you this much money. Okay, that's a little interesting. That's a bug or something. I am a little confused. Alright, and let's see here. On my side, whoops. And we did get Ryan Neal. We did get Malik Walker, and we got Darrell Taylor. Yes! Bro, okay. This defense went to kind of just bad, or okay, or lackluster. One of the 3 words. To average or good. So, yeah. This is about to be a very, and what I mean by this, I mean a very scary looking defense. So, left end, we got my man Darrell Taylor. Honestly, I'm not even expecting a lot out of this guy. Which, that's a very big matter, too. Like, I'm just expecting him to play average. And average, I'll take. Because we don't need... Obviously, of course, I would expect him to have a big step up when we're trading Jonathan Allen. But I'm not expecting him to do a lot for now, just because of Nick Bosa, Jeffrey Simmons, and yada yada yada. Malik Walker is indeed going to be playing left side linebacker, as I usually have him do, because that's what he really did play before Arthur Smith came in. So it's kind of just the reason why I want him outside at the left. So yeah, but man, this defense, I kind of gotta watch out, mate. That's all I have to say. This is going to be a scary, good-looking defense. And a lot of teams are going to be terrified when they if they have Tennessee on your schedule, good luck. Because you're about to get on the floor crying because of how unfair and how unmatched this defense is truly going to be. Obviously, now I still think we do need to get maybe another corner and cut Elijah Molden, because I'm just not a big fan of him in general. We also gotta do... All right. You're hearing my mom in the background. Sorry. All right. So yeah, not surprising we don't get like a like 5 draft pick, but we do get a top 10, so something to just to know. I'm not tempted to take a QB. We already got a franchise QB. We don't need another QB. Very good point. Um, That's really good. Tyler Weber, welcome to the team. Hopefully you can protect our QB and get some run lanes for my man. I really hate that. I think maybe decide to trade up to get Brandon Page, but that's whatever. But you know what is necessary? Taking a middle linebacker. Here you go. He also got hidden dev at Eagles. Pretty much him becoming a very good player. Okay, we need to like actually take a corner before all the corners just somehow fall off the board, if you know what I mean. But with this pick, kind of tempted to take a left guard, if you know what I mean. Like, we really need to get a new... Or, what I could do is... draft... Honestly, I'm gonna go with him. He also has hidden dev. Alright. But, Nicholas? I'm not replacing Nicholas, because I feel like he does have potential. We also got another pick pretty soon here. But, hey, if that other guard is available, that right guard, I think I might have to take him. Because, man, I would love to have him on this whole line. Like, I understand this guy's more of a tackle than a guard in terms of depth and stuff. But this guy kind of looks to me more as a guard. So, who knows? Maybe he might be good, maybe he might not be good at that position. Who knows? And if he's not good at guard, well, I think I have no choice but to trade him. Because I don't want depth. I want players that can play. Alright. There we go. Another hidden dev offensive lineman. Alright, let's see what we got here. Wide receiver and left end. Dude, I'm still like now when I'm thinking about it, I feel like I really need to go receiver or tight end. Now I'm very tempted to take this tight end. Want to know why I'm very tempted to take the tight end? Because he is Wisconsin. He has 88 speed. That's fast. Okay, now I'm very glad I went with Josh Nicholson instead of the guard. I don't care if he's off the board now, honestly. If he's off the board, who cares? We still have Nicholas Pete free. And we just got a tight end. There's 3. Okay, yeah, it's safe to say I'm going receiver because I think one of those guys have to be available when I get the chance to pick. There has to be. There's no way. This guy is a wrecking machine who also fits the scheme. The only issue is his speed. That's it. Obviously, we need a playmaker and not a physical receiver. So, that's something just to note. But I am going to take this guy. I am upgrading his speed as well because I don't understand why playmakers don't have a ton of speed in general when they really, really should. So, yeah. Alright. I go with safety. Well, we don't need a safety anymore, that is. Well, free safety, yeah, but not strong safety. Yep, and as I expected, one of the offensive linemen were going to be available. But funny enough, there's 2. Which I'm a little surprised about. He's very good. I think I might take him or Brandon Werner. I'm gonna go with Brandon Werner. And he also has hidden depth. So that's a good sign. Alright, let's see what they go and take. They take a corner. Did we go with corner yet? I don't think we have. I don't think we have. That probably cost us because I was so tempted to take those stinky little tight end. Yeah, I'm taking him. I don't even care if I use DMA coverage. The fact that this guy has 95 speed, and I think he's like 5'11 or something like that, is pretty freaking insane, man. That's a little too insane. You know what? With this pick, I want another wide receiver. Now you're like, why are you going with another receiver? You already have like 3 good ones. How does this guy have deep threat when he's not even that fast? That's a very interesting question. Because a lot of deep threat receivers usually do indeed have very explosive speed. Kind of like this guy, but like a lot more explosive. But I go with Jamar Dent out of Minnesota. I'll take him. So what do I want to do with this pick? We kind of filled all of our needs on the roster, but I think I might want to go with running back. Just because of the factor, like, I don't really want him as my backup running back. I don't want it. I really, really don't want him to be my backup. Oh, Elijah Molden? No. You're getting cut. Get him out of here. Free up cap space as well. We're looking really good. Honestly, this rebuild, though, in general, has gone a lot better than I expected. Or free safety. Oh. This is tough. You know what I will try to do, though, is figure out a way to trade the number 1 overall pick for first and second and a free safety. It doesn't even have to be good either. Like, it could be like, I don't know, average. Or like a Cameron Curl or something. I don't care. Just someone freaking good. I just want a good free safety. That's kind of all I'm asking for. And you know what I might also trade as well? Is my 4th round pick, because there's no purpose of this as well when we're going to have all the needs on our roster. Kabooey. Yapabooey! I know for a fact that they're not going to accept this, but honestly, I'm just curious. That's not surprising. Once, however. And Traylon Merrick. Alright. Now we got Traylon Merrick, who's a solid safety. He's not like a good one, but he's certainly at least solid. He has Superstar Dev. Since when he had Superstar Dev? Well, I'm not complaining. Oh god, my freaking ear. Jesus freaking Lord. Alright. But safe to say, we completed the rebuild, so anyways, hope you guys enjoy.